on, Reanimated fan? Make sure y'all go ahead and check out our Patreon for exclusive access to full-length reactions and some exclusive reactions that don't even hit YouTube. Make sure y'all go ahead and click that link. Appreciate y'all, and back to your regular scheduled program. What's going on, y'all? It's Reanimated, your boy Sherman, aka Shion Kage, your man Terrence, man Do Right Plan. We are here with another reaction video. We are here with That Time I Got Reincarnated Slime Season 2, Part 2, because that seems to be the trend in anime nowadays. Last time on Slime, we saw that he brought back Veldora, and Veldora now has a human form, or a human S form, or a Draconoid, or whatever you want to call that shit. I don't know. But anyway, we saw that, so it kind of left us on a big-ass cliffhanger, and we're going to see what happens with this trailer. Let's do it. Yeah!
But wasn't he the demon king?
Yes.
At this point?
That is true. Yo. That boy Veldora. Let's go.
Okay, so he did look like that. Okay. I was still expecting him to have that red and black look.
Alright, Dio. Finally, he spilled on that white fucking suit. Thank you.
Oh, he looks stressed about it too.
He said, fuck, this is white. Yo.
They gonna make Ron look stupid, bro.
Oh shit, where'd she come from?
Milim?
Walpurgis? Walpurgis? What the fuck is that?
Oh, Super Saiyan? Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. My nigga Rimuru wearing a damn tracksuit, bro. What the fuck?
Come on now. It's an easy kind.
You're right.
You
They're
gonna
gonna have
rock
to
the
change.
tracksuit. That's a requirement. July 6th? July 6th?
Let's go!
Either that's July 6th or June 7th.
July 6th. Let's go. Let's go. Lit. Woo! I'm fucking hype. I'm hype as a bitch. So, what I got from this trailer, Rimuru's gonna be wearing a tracksuit. He decided, you know what, let me chill down real quick. Let me just pull out my, my casual wear, my active wear, just in case I gotta get active, I could beat somebody's ass real quick. And then we also see this thing called Walpurgis, which seems to me like another way of calling it Ragnarok, essentially, where there's like a clashing of like gods and stuff like that, like the ultimate clashing of gods. I guess this is their version with the clashing of demon kings. Or demon lords, whatever they're called in this anime. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Ragnarok is supposed to be like the end of days type deal.
True. Yeah.
I mean,
so not that extreme, but similar in the sense where like all the big, players are clashing against each other.
Okay.
So that's I think that's what Walpurgis is.
Okay, but, I can dig it. I can dig it.
Yeah. I want to say something else. I can't remember. Oh yeah, it looks like this whole second part of the season, like obviously there's going to be action too, but it looks like there's going to be a lot of chess moves being made. It looks like there's going to be a lot of diplomacy, because we saw that there was a meeting between the kings. So Rimuru was meeting with what's his name,
the human king. I know you're talking
Yeah,
about. Yeah,
Dworgen or whatever his name
something
is.
like that. The one that taught him basically how to be a king, essentially.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So between a meeting between him and some other human, some other Ningen with the blonde hair. So we saw that happening. So there's gonna be a lot of democracy between them. I saw the damn Demon King of the Maze pull up talking about the kingdom was gonna be destroyed. Obviously, there's gonna be a clash with Milim. I mean, we can tell that Milim is definitely being controlled. Just because when she pulled up, like she just wasn't acting like how her usual self is.
Was it confirmed that was who she was? Who that story was about?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was confirmed.
Yeah. Well, they didn't confirm it, but like
all the pictures that they drew out, it looks just like
it's
her,
like
but
that's Milim, bro. Like
they did everything except being like, yes, this is Milim.
Right. Exactly. They didn't say like, oh yeah, this actually was a story about Milim, but you can put two and two together. Yeah. So so Milim and Clayman and whoever else Clayman has in his team, like they said he has a bunch of Majins or whatever. So it appears like all of them are gonna have a big clash against Rimuru and his alliance with the Beast King, I'm assuming, and the other human kings, maybe. So yeah, I'm definitely excited though. I'm definitely see how they act up. I can't wait to see them in all black outfits. I know they got them in the cut. They didn't show them, but I saw them on the goddamn cover for season 2. So they're gonna have to stop playing with me and bring out the all black outfits.
That's why I was asking, because like he was wearing the black stuff before. I completely forgot he went back to
that outfit right over there.
Yeah, he was wearing that when he first turned into a Demon King, right? Wasn't he?
No, he was wearing the all white. Remember?
He's wearing all.
He had the all white, looking like the Messiah.
I can't remember, but okay, yeah. I mean, I'll buy it either way. It was just throwing me off because he didn't look like a Demon King per se.
Yeah, Demon King is more so of a title, opposed to the actual physical change.
Didn't he look differently when he?
Nah,
he never looked.
I don't know
what I'm thinking about.
The only difference that happened, so like when he killed the 10,000 people and got the 10,000 souls or whatever, the criteria was met, and then they took him back to Tempest and they put him on like that centerpiece or whatever, and they did the ritual, or the sage did the ritual, and then the sage upgraded to I can't remember, Raphael or something like that. And then the sage took over him, so his eyes were red, because you remember earlier in season 1 when Sage took over, his eyes were red.
That must be the color change.
So Sage took over, his eyes were red, and he was wearing like a all white, like he had like a white hood and a white like robe on and stuff like that.
Okay,
looking like Jesus Christ himself. I was like, what the hell's going on? But that's the only real change that happened. So
listen, speaking of Jesus Christ, word up, big guy. I still gotta know what happens in motherfucking
Drifters.
Yes, I still gotta know who the Black King is. I still have to know. I still need the reveal. I know, but I don't know. I need to know.
Yeah, you need the confirmation. Yeah, you need the confirmation. I got you.
I still need to know that. That plagues me day and night.
Oh my god.
That lives rent free up here.
I'm fucking weak. I definitely would like to see a Drifter season 2, but they said they was gonna do a season 2, but they said 20XX. So some point in, or 20, they put 22XX or 22X, excuse me. So that means sometime in 2020, in this decade of 20s, whenever the hell that is, allegedly, they might not even do it. But
the way anime goes,
yeah.
The only other thing I had about it is this definitely does this chord, or that's right term,
core,
yeah. This definitely seems like to be the more political, diplomatic core of Slime. Now, I know Slime started off as a happy-go-lucky, Rimuru's almighty, all-powerful OP. Then it went more political. But definitely seems like this is the peak of the politicalness so far. Thus far, I don't know how much longer Slime's gonna go. But for me, I'm not a political guy by any means. That's just not who I am. But there are some anime or some things that do political well. And there's a majority that don't do it well.
How do you feel Slime does?
So.
Okay. So somewhere in between.
Somewhere. It's not god awful, and it's not the best. Like for me, Attack on Titan does political well.
Yeah, for sure. Attack on Titan is a really good example. Code Geass is another good example of diplomacy and politics.
Old Gundam, like Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam.
Yeah,
that did political pretty well. But it just has to have a healthy balance for me, I guess. A healthy balance between the political and the hands.
Shit, My Hero actually does a good job with political too. believe it or not, because like with the way they have the heroes and how they have the hero association, they try to the balance. Like, well, okay, I'm speaking more so from a manga perspective, because there's a lot of things that happen in the manga where they start going into politics and start talking about, okay, well, you know, like kind of like how the Avengers happened when Avengers had like the checks and balances where like, okay, you guys have like superpowers, but you guys need to be monitored and you guys need to be like controlled in a sense, like so more of it.
You gotta make sure that you're not running unchecked and
right.
unchallenged. We gotta make sure, okay, yes, you're superpower and you're the strongest of our world, but you still gotta answer to somebody.
Right, and there's still stipulations behind what you can and can't do, and when you can and cannot engage. And
you still have your version of the Geneva Convention and all that stuff.
Right, exactly. So there's
and all that crap.
Right, exactly. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I'm kind of, I'm not partial to politics and anime, but I do appreciate those aspects. Just saying, because like I used to play like a lot of games and stuff where you like build alliances and you like try to, conquest or whatever the case may be. And you have to build alliances and things like that. So seeing alliances form and seeing the diplomacy behind them and who brings what to the table. Like, okay, well I have these things and I can barter with you based on this. If you offer me this service or these many soldiers or whatever, or if you offer me your alliance for, okay. Like with the Beast Kingdom, they're like, okay, well, we got all these fruits and stuff. And like, okay, well, we got this different way to make this. So we'll exchange this stuff and form an alliance. And it'll be like an equivalent exchange. Like I give you something, you give me something.
Yeah, that was done really well. Again, for Slime, for me, it's the balance. Because I felt like there were parts of Slime where it went too far political and kind of forgot everything else. And then there was parts, and well, the very beginning was just straight OP. But I guess they had to build the world and everything else around it. Now, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? No, that's not the. Was that what it's called?
Yeah, Danmachi. It's Danmachi for sure.
Danmachi,
but
yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't think they did political that well.
Nah, they didn't really even have political. It's just more so like. Well, no, it is kind of
because of the gods.
Yeah,
they got very political, but it was
because they had like their alliances or who they were partial to or who they would want to work with, and then you had like the guild, and the guild had like oversight of everything as far as like what was going on, and gods weren't supposed to go in the dungeon, but they did anyway. So I mean that really didn't affect anything. But yeah, no, their political system isn't all that great. Yeah. So yeah,
and what I liked about how Attack on Titan does it, like it keeps you interested. And then they have drops of pretty much everything from episode 1 on to episode whatever it is on now. The problem with that is just because of the gap in between when the seasons were dropped, you kind of forget what happened. And then you have to call upon what you've seen before. And it's not like they revisit that stuff. You just kind of have to remember it, or you have to binge the crap out of shit in a matter of however long you got. So, I mean...
Yeah. Nah, I agree. I think the only thing...
It can get dry really quick.
Yeah, I think the only thing that happened with Slime was season 1 was so full of action and so full of everything going on that they forgot to develop certain things or put certain pieces in place that they had to completely stop and put the brakes on and be like, okay, now we need to start developing. We need to do the political stuff. And then that's all we got for pretty much the first half of season 2, you know what I'm saying? Where it was just all political and diplomatic and stuff like that. So they had to throw that in there, but since they didn't do that in season 1 and they had to do it in season 2, they're like, all right, well, let's get it out the way in the first half. So I think that's kind of the situation with that. But yeah, man, that's all I got.
Okay. I don't got nothing else.
Nothing else? All right, y'all. Go ahead, comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what you all thought about this trailer to ReincarnatedAsASlime Season 2 Part 2. We will be back with Season 2 Part 2 July 7th, I believe, is what it said. So stay tuned for that. Or July 6th, excuse me. One of them. Yeah. Was it July 7th?
How it's worded, it had the number, it had 6 and 7, but everything else was in Japanese, so I can't tell if it was June 7th or July 6th.
I'm pretty sure it's probably July 6th because
I feel like it's backwards.
The Slime Diaries is still going on.
Okay.
So I think, and that was supposed to bridge the gap between season 2 part 1 and season 2 part 2. So yeah. So July 6th.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, that's all we got. Hit that link down in the description below for our related links to the channel, and then hit the Into the AM link as well. Get you 10% off store wide, and that's how we got. Ram it out. Appreciate you.